So I just want to say welcome back. Thanks for joining us today. Who is feeling good after yesterday's session? Were we feeling good? Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
few people that were messaging me and I was like, oh, my heart's full. I just love these kind of things, to be honest. And if you're new to joining us, welcome. If you don't know me, I'm Trina Lane. I've been in the biz now for 20 plus years, coaching now for the last 14. Does fly by, I think, when you are truly having fun. This masterclass, though, is designed for the ready entrepreneur. You know, we're digging deep into both personal and professional growth, but this is also kind of a highlight by giving you guys something fun, like within strategy, personal professional development. But this is also the kickoff to my new beauty program that we're launching in June. I'm a huge fan of building a business that is sustainable. You know, you're being part of a community, you have that support, you're honoring your gifts, values. And I always say, like, take the time to build that thing that you hold within the deepest part of your heart. See a couple of you nodding. And at the end today, I'm going to actually personally share my booking link with you. I'm opening it up. If you want to get a behind the scenes of the upcoming program, come chat with me for like 10 minutes on a one-on-one, because I want to actually also hear from you. Hear the pulse of your business, what's going on, what's your vision, what's the direction? Are you also doing maybe a reinvention? Sometimes that happens in our careers too, right? When life has changed, right? Kate's like commenting in the chat, this is great. Which brings me into the next part. We're gonna ask for your patience today because it's just Krista and I. Send Lindsay good vibes because she was gonna help us manage the chat, but she's got pneumonia. Her thing. She wasn't doing well yesterday, and that's actually what it was. So Krista and I are gonna take turns kind of managing the chat. If everyone's okay with this too, we'll just kind of keep questions near the end. Is that okay? But along the way, if you have a thought, just throw it in the chat and we'll make sure we reference it at the end. Just so then Chris and I don't miss a beat with any of you. Does that sound okay with you, ladies? Yeah, we're okay with that. But yeah, send Lynn some good vibes there. Pneumonia. Who gets pneumonia in this day of age? I guess it's a thing, right? She was like, what the heck? So we're just going to dive into it. Quick recap on yesterday. What is your why? What do you want? What's of value to personally and professionally? I would love to see in the chat right now, what was one thing that you all kind of got excited about yesterday? What was one thing? Just throw it in the chat. Be brave. We're not aiming for perfection. Yes, collaboration. Even if you had a chance to hit the replay, that's cool. Love that this is a way to network and make connections. Yeah, I agree. Not even 100%, 1,000% on that. I have to open up all my screens here so I can see everything. Anyone else? No? Okay, well, I'm gonna circle back to you. I get it. We're all warming up. Which is great. How much money do you want to make? Has anyone thought about, like, what are your heavy hitters in services? Were anyone thinking about that? Creating packages? Right? Cheyenne, did you look into retail lines, more vegan? I'm just curious as to what was going on. Yeah? Okay, I'm seeing some nods. This is great. And I mean, yesterday was just the kickoff, right? It's only the beginning. And as you're thinking of some stuff as Kristen and I are sharing today, please just drop everything into the chat. As I said, we'll make sure we make time for all of you at the end. But it's a mouthful. Day 2, your toolkit to creating your 6-figure beauty empire. And Krista and I were putting together some thought processes on, talking about your marketing. And I'm a huge fan of working things in kind of segments. And when I think of marketing, if you have your pens ready, you're going to want to jot this down. You for sure want to make sure you got your pillars in place when it comes to marketing. And I'm just going to kind of add a couple little spins to each of them. When I think of a good, strong pillar, you want website, and you want an email list. What's good to know with the email list is you own that list. That's your community. That's your bubble. Social media is awesome. And we're going to touch on that as well, because that's another pillar. But with social media, understand you don't own your followers. And if something happens and you lose your account, what happens there? And this actually happened to me. I lost access to my Facebook account. Still haven't been able to get that back. And that's like 4,000 people. That's kind of like a punch in the face. Just gonna be honest, right? So when I think of pillars, get that website, get that email marketing. Your social media is going to be a visual and a way to still connect and share. But it's that email list that is going to be the strongest tool and component of your business. So don't panic if you don't have anything, because I also have something to share there. Anyone who has hired you for services over the last 2 years, or if you're still a student adding on, services skill set, anyone who's been your model has now also become part of your email list. So that's kind of exciting to know. Okay, so you don't have to stress too much about that. Even if it's 10 people, those are your people. So it's not just social media. So don't think you have to have a game plan and marketing, be like, I got to be hitting that social media so hard. That's only a small part. So that should get you kind of excited. It's all the other things in marketing. And when I think of a brand, the brand is you. The brand is you. And you should really be thinking about your messaging, your bio, sharing all the things regarding your services, because even a brand is what's going on the back end of your business, the things people don't see. Remember we talked about the client journey yesterday? Their journey, how easy is it to book with you? Once they arrive, do they know where to park? Are they greeted by someone? Are you going over and beyond in the service? What happens after the service? Is there a follow-up? Are you rebooking them? It's the client journey that also becomes a huge part of your brand. This is still marketing, you guys. Customer service. Because remember, we're in the business of what? Relationships. And if you're like me, for a good chunk of my income, I need a human to touch to make money. Right? So think of like the stuff that's happening behind the scenes. And it doesn't need to be so flashy. I think as long as you have a connection and you genuinely like people, I think you're kind of a good like kind of step forward towards enjoying the marketing, because then also marketing becomes more fun because you have stories to share. And it doesn't have to be so complicated. Ask Krista. She's like, taking the time to listen and then just share, right? So it's a few things that kind of come together that kind of create the marketing, but set your pillars up accordingly. And the reason why I'm also sharing that with you is you can talk to anybody in the digital marketing bubble that will also tell you that once you line up like website, if you're blogging, your email marketing, your social media, all of that kind of works together in harmony. And this also helps with your SEO rankings when it comes to your website, which is a super plus bonus. So if you were to type in your name or your brand in a quick Google search, you should be flooding the pages of Google. It should be easy for people to find and reference things. Who is Trina Lane, right? And I'm proud to say, and there should be, after good, solid, being on the web this whole time since the internet has existed, it's kind of awesome to kind of scroll through. Because once I was kind of doing that, I was just taking a peek at some stuff. And I also was like, oh, I forgot about that gig. Someone had tagged me in something. So it's also giving you kind of a little bit of a flashback to your history. And you're like, that's how it all started. Like it's just nice to kind of have that because we do forget these things. So marketing needs to be encompassing a few things kind of along the way, but you really need to also think marketing as the client journey. And those services we wrote down yesterday are a huge part of telling people what the service entails. So Cheyenne, I'm just going to use an example. So if you're doing your best to like incorporate vegan, that becomes part of the brand. Like you're doing your best to work with those preferences, like words like that. Now, when it comes to writing a bio, you should have a bio on yourself. Because even with marketing, if you had the opportunity to be a guest blogger, a guest speaker, a guest on someone's podcast, most of the time they're going to ask you for a bio and probably a headshot. So you might need to kind of get some personal branding in there too. And we'll talk about more of that stuff this week. But on this note, having a bio doesn't also need to be so complicated because people want to know you. And you can use this in your email newsletter as a kickoff. If this is your first time putting together an email, if you've been part of my email sequences, have they felt personable? Like, hey girl, hey beauty, looking forward to XYZ. You want to keep things light, but you also want to make sure people understand who you are. Bio is great for obviously website use, and you can have one about you and still incorporate something about your business. So when I first started 20 years ago, I had something about me, but then I had something about Trina Lane Makeup Company. And I always talked about we. And this was even before I had a team. Because in the deep part of my soul, I knew I was going to have people working with me. I wanted to provide jobs for other people. So if that's kind of a goal moving forward, think of the bio for the brand. And I'm going to give you the best tip ever. Have we used Chat GPT yet? Now, it's not going to build your bio. You're going to ask it to, and write this down, generate for me, like that's what you say to it, generate something about, and then list something about your skills. Like for me, I would say like makeup artist, coaching, personal development, professional development, like that's me, right? So I'll leave that in your corner as to what you want to ask it. It'll give you some good tips and feedback, and you kind of do a copy paste, add your own flair to it, and just kind of beef it up so you actually create yourself a bio. So AI is not taking over your business, but it does come in handy. And I'm also going to slide this in here. If you have to deal with like a grumpy client, lean on ChatGPT. Please write a friendly email response to a critic. And then it kind of saves the day. And you're like, oh, this sounds great. What you would like to say, however, right? So ChatGPT is great at helping you come up with words, some branding, and you're just going to run with a few simple words. You can also ask your clients and your besties, what are the 3 words that describe me? And you'd be surprised what comes back. And majority of the time, a high percentage of the time, I feel most usually get similar responses. And I'm like, those are your words, because that's what you bring to people. That's how they feel around you. That's how they feel about you. So maybe make a note being like, I'm going to text my besties later and just be like, don't ask. It's for a project, or leave a voice clip so you can ramble on by why you're asking, but just be like, just don't ask. I just want to know, what are my 3 words? What do you think of me? In 3 words, really easy peasy. And see what they say. And I don't know about you, but positive feedback like that too makes you feel what? Oh, yummy inside. Because don't we feel alone sometimes in our businesses? Throwing that out there. Get so busy doing the things and all the things and bleh. And then we realize I am a person. I have feelings too, right? Because we get so busy taking care of everyone else. And we are in the business of taking care of everyone else. So we got to have some balance in there. So ask your people every now and then just to be like, hey, what do you think of this? Like as part of my brand, like lean on your people, get feedback. Again, community creates that support. And Chris and I are big fans of marketing, diving in deep with stuff, right? I mean, this is just a quick 1-hour masterclass to give you some good highlights and some topics. But really, My beauty business method program is like, let's take a year and really build and nurture a brand that you feel great while you're seeing clients. So you got like the best of both worlds. Because when I've had the opportunity to slow down to connect, there's like a whole different ball game and less anxiety, but that's me. Right? I think we can get really a little worked up at times. So marketing encompasses a few things. We got that down. So far, so good. And marketing is also the back end. So I highly, strongly advise really sitting down and thinking about how you want to map out those services. And then it's also a question of like, we don't have our rates listed on website. I literally force people to go to our online booking tool and then they see everything. So on that note too, think of the back end as part of your marketing that shows you are legit and a professional and separate from all the competition, especially if you're kind of new or you're in reinvention mode, like I suggest or had mentioned. You want to separate yourself from everybody else. And I also feel that if you approach it in a way of like, here's my terms and policies, and then on your online booking tool, I'm going to ask you this. Are you wanting to take a deposit to secure that spot? Because there's nothing worse than no-shows. And how do you make money on a no-show? You don't. If you weren't too clear, let me say that again. You do not make money on a no-show. So on our end, we take full payment for all the types of hair and makeup services we offer. Weddings, I take a hefty deposit because a wedding's booking out like years in advance. So it feels like, so there's a lot of planning and communication. So somebody's got to get paid somewhere in between all of that. I can't just do like 100 emails and see you on wedding day. Someone's got to get paid for that, right? Value your time. That's part of your marketing. So to separate yourself when it comes to marketing, wording, branding, make sure you have on that end terms, policies. If you're retailing a product, I don't offer refunds on used product, but I have that listed everywhere. Same too in our online booking tool. Understand you're paying in full. We also understand that if you fall sick, something happens. I mean, it's life. And I don't know about you guys, but since the pandemic, we're still a little flexible because I think mental health is also a thing too, because I've had a lot of women have just a really shit week and they're not feeling their upcoming headshots. We've all been there, right? So sometimes some people just need to reschedule and we're totally flexible. So we just take whatever they've already paid and apply it as a credit. And I'm like, you know what, just text when you're ready. We're here for you. We got it. We got you. Right? But making sure you still outline to say, if possible, especially in the online booking tool, set things up so people get reminders. So if they do have to reschedule, at least there's a higher chance that they will also provide at least enough notice. So that way you can still kind of, work with your schedule accordingly, maybe book another client in. I mean, we're all human doing our best, but I think marketing's not just social media. Think about website, think about email marketing, because you own those things. And if you lost Instagram tomorrow, what do you do? Start from scratch. That's not fun. So your backup and your main primary focus is going to be email marketing. And again, if you got 10 clients, that's where it starts. So some great tech and tools that Krista and I use. And I'm going to get Kristen here momentarily because she's going to give you some good visuals of some stuff. Okay. Visuals are also great. There's different ways to build a website. When you're searching website templates, make sure that you're also finding out, do they sync and work with other tech? We need tech that talks to each other because that creates less work and heartache on your end. Especially if you're just starting out and you just want to make sure you have a few things in place. So as an example, my current Trina Lane website has always been built on WordPress. And then the online booking tool Setmore syncs to it. And then I've been running MailChimp as email marketing, which also syncs to my website. It reads into WordPress. So there's a few cool magical things that can help alleviate and help your role as you build your brand. So anytime a new student registers for one of my makeup courses, they automatically get plopped into my MailChimp, and then they're part of an email sequence that we have built that gives them friendly reminders. Remember, you need to have this in place before I see you at this date, all this fun stuff. Take people on a journey. Don't expect people to know everything. Don't we feel overwhelmed not knowing? Because no one's giving you stuff, right, to kind of follow through. Okay. And then with coaching, I had the same thing, but now I kind of have moved everything over to what we've now been using called Kajabi. I'm going to let you know it's a higher price point, but it does all the stuff I needed to do. So if you're thinking about moving into training and coaching, because I feel there was some feedback in some of the forums yesterday and some people kind of saying some stuff, maybe that's a thing you want to start moving forward into, hosting classes, podcasts, whatever you name it. Kajabi is actually a really cool tool. And to be honest, when I discovered, I was like, where has Kajabi been my whole career? Right? So you can build cool email sequences in there. So we have a few different, I'm going to call them, should I call them like almost like vines? Do you know what I mean? Like, or like a family tree. Does this help kind of wrap your brain? And Krista's going to show you some visuals. But if you've been on my email sequences, we have a few different like threads or like family little tree roots kind of all kind of built. If someone goes this direction, they're going to get this from us. If they respond this way, they're going to get this from us. So you can manage a lot of your services this way. If somebody booked a package with you, they should be in an email sequence with you that tells them how to prep accordingly, not just get a piece of paper and a friendly reminder that says, don't forget XYZ. And then they can move into all your other email marketing to come, promos, all that fun stuff, all the juicy stuff you want to share with your people. Are we finding this helpful? Or have I lost some of you? Alex, like, where's my pen? Why am I driving right now? I see you. She's like, replay later, right? Right? But it's like, think of ways that just keeps you in touch with people. And they're like, this is great. And it's not just always a promotion, it's actually education. You have something to say, you need to utilize these tools. And you need to keep people in the loop. And again, you own that email marketing list. Okay, so if something happens again to social media, don't worry, your business is still running smoothly and seamlessly. Okay, should we move into some visuals? Would we find this helpful? Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna let Krista take over. So you met Krista yesterday. Krista's been nothing but a dream in my whole world. Moving forward with everything going on in my life, I was like, I need Krista. So she's been the back end working email sequences, not just for Trina Lane. She also has her own clients. So Krista, maybe kick off with a little intro of yourself first, because we didn't do that yesterday. I think that'd be kind of nice. But I don't hear you, I don't think. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
okay.
All good. And I'll just mute for now.
Sure. So my name is Krista Clybor. I have been the owner of Virtual Assistant YYC for almost 3 years now. I took it over from the previous owner. So I've actually been a VA for over 3 years. So I absolutely love it. I love working with people. It's amazing. And I get to meet cool people like Trina. So good. So what I do with my clients, every client is a little bit different, whether you're working in the business or the beauty industry, or you have like your own shop, or you're an accountant or anything like that. I kind of take whoever needs help on their back end of their business. So that comes with building a website, building that email marketing plan that you truly need to have, as Trina had said, because yes, if Instagram disappears tomorrow, you're SOL. More or less, you really need to have that email marketing, because those are your people. Those are your people who want to hear from you, and they're cheering you on. Yes, people on Instagram will cheer you on too, but if you disappear, are they really going to come and look for you? They might not. So that's where it comes in with all the marketing and making sure that your website has your information, making sure that your email marketing, your products, events, anything like that, that's going to come down the line, is going out to those people who really want to truly hear from you and support you. So the Instagram and Facebook and that kind of stuff is just kind of the icing on the cake. So I did make a little PowerPoint. I want to go through Trina's Kajabi. I got permission to kind of show you kind of what I do for her. And then I did make a little PowerPoint with just other backend type things that you can integrate into your business to help you out. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm just going to show you just a few little tidbits in Trina's Kajabi, just so you guys can understand kind of what she's talking about and what I have built for her. Oh, I'm not allowed to share my screen, Trina. If you could just.
Hold on.
All good.
What do I do here? You know, you think you know things and then something happens. You know what? I'm going to make you a host. I think that'll help. Okay, try that.
Okay. There we go. Okay. Let's share that. Okay, can everybody see this? Okay, so this is Kajabi. So what Kajabi can do for your business is you can build your whole website with it. Like Trina said, it is a little bit more costly, but if you're going to have coaching and you're going to have products and you're going to have emails go out all the time, this is something that you would want to invest in for your business. So what I do, or what I have done for Trina, especially with even this webinar, is we create email campaigns that will go out to you. And depending on how our emails work, how you guys respond, how you guys click, it causes these automations to happen. So when Trina sent out the playbook, there were some of you who accepted the playbook, downloaded the playbook, that sent you into a specific automation. Some of you did not download the playbook. And so what we did was we created a sequence that was going to bug you, and you are going to get it, and you are going to get that playbook because we want you to have that. So that's us speaking to you. That's us trying to get you into what we know you need within your business. So these, you can create all kinds of automations for how people respond to your emails. The emails themselves are really cool as well. So you can create email campaigns. So as you will see here, your day one webinar replay, this was our email that we sent out to you yesterday. So you can see how many people have clicked on the email, how many people have responded. You can adjust moving forward so you get a better response and better send out. So Kajabi, I could talk forever about Kajabi, but I won't, because you got to just experience it for yourself. So if you have any questions about Kajabi, I would love to answer them for you at the end, just about anything that you need. I did want to show you guys, it also can create landing pages. So if we look at Trina's landing pages here, so the live launch opt-in, this was the landing page that everyone got to join us here today, which is super cool. So you can create anything and everything that you would like to send out to your people. So I will just stop sharing this screen, and I just want to dive in super quick on other things that you can add into your business as well as backend. I just got to redo this part. Okay. So streamlining your beauty business is is going to be what is going to make you money when you're sleeping. It's going to be what everybody is going to see when they Google your name, when they see you on Instagram. You want to be able to have things in place that are going to work for you, so that you're not answering 6 million DMs, so that you're not answering the same questions over and over and over. People can come to you, they can Google your name, they can find the information that they're looking for, simple and easy, so that you don't have a whole bunch of extra requests and things that are taking up your time. So we are going to go over integrated appointment scheduling. So that's your things like your Setmore that I know Trina uses, your Square appointments. So that kind of stuff, you want it to be integrated with your calendar and your website. If you go to my website, for example, you can schedule consultations with me. I don't have to do that. I don't have to have people sliding into my DMs and saying, hey, I want to come and talk to you. When do you have time? My computer just does it for me. So looking into programs like that would be really beneficial for you, because you can be with another client and have 4 or 5 other clients already lining up to come and see you and doing it all themselves. A lot of those programs as well, some programs are kind of interchangeable. Some of them will have like the booking pages with payment pages. Some of them can be just booking. You just kind of have to see what fits well with your business. Inventory management systems. I know this might not apply to everybody, but if you are like a salon owner and you have a whole bunch of shampoos and conditioners and products and stuff that you need to keep track of, having something like Vagaro or Gloss Genius, something that will track your inventory when it comes in, you just plunk it in there and it will let you know when it needs to be used by, what you're low on, so that you don't have to have a giant spreadsheet of things and hoping and praying that you always have your product. Then accounting and invoicing, that is super back end. You can hire like accountants for that. You can hire other VAs such as myself, except for I don't really do accounting and invoicing. I'm just going to be honest there. So things like QuickBooks. QuickBooks is super amazing because you can integrate that in with other programs. So getting those programs to talk with each other. So let's say you have somebody book in with you, they put a deposit down, and it's all done automatically. You're going to want a program in the even further back to be able to track those invoices, say that the payment's been made, and you're not going in there searching for an invoice, searching for that client. It's all just done for you. Then at tax season, as we all know, that also helps as well, because then it's all done for you. So we'll move forward. So CRM. So CRM is where you're going to house all of your clients. So that is like the Kajabi. So Kajabi has a lot of things that it can do. If you're looking for something that's a little bit more just straightforward, things like Honeybook or Jane are really good options as well. Honeybook, you can put in contracts and things like that. So if you are a makeup artist who does weddings and events and that kind of stuff, and you need people to sign your contracts and read your policies and make sure that they understand how you work, Honeybook is a really great option. It is not expensive. It's something that I use. I believe it's $30 a month. You can house all of your clients in there. You can have consultations booked in there. You can have all kinds of stuff. Works with your Google, works with your calendar, super good tool. Jane would be, we had talked about this briefly yesterday. Jane is a really good tool for people who are more in the like aesthetics, medical aesthetics, that kind of stuff, because it is more of a medical program. You can have, there's the disclosures, you can have your contracts in there, you can have places to have questionnaires for your clients, so knowing their skin types and all that kind of stuff. I'm not super in the beauty industry, so I feel like I'm fumbling along my words here. So setting up a CRM is something that I would recommend you do right off the hop. Is one of the best things to have, and then you have those customers. So it's along the same lines as building that email list, having that program to house all of your customers is really good and super beneficial for your business. Social media is, yes, it's super important because you do want to showcase yourself. You want to showcase what you do for clients, but it's not always something that needs to be right in the forefront of making sure that your business is always moving forward. So there are programs that can take over the stress of social media. So this is what I really enjoy doing is I take people's social media, they're stressed about it. They don't want to do posting every day or posting every couple days. They don't want to do that. There are programs out there that are easy for you to learn, easy for you to integrate into your business. They will allow for scheduling your posts, engaging your followers, analytics, and seeing how your posts are actually reacting with your clients. So there, if you notice, Meta came out with a business side of their whatever the heck they do. That is actually free. So that is with your Instagram and your Facebook, because a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to spend $20 a month with another program that's just going to kind of hang and loom. So what you can do is access your Meta business and schedule your posts for free. So it will schedule posts that will go straight to Instagram, straight to Facebook, and you can go in there every couple of days, look at the comments, look at the analytics, and go from there. There are ones that you can pay for, like one that I also enjoy using is called Later. It's good as well because you can schedule your reels, you can schedule your stories, you can, it basically does the same thing as Meta. It's just a little bit more integrated. But if you're just starting out, I would recommend just find all the free things, find all the free programs that will help you along, and then eventually integrate those into your business. And then if you have employees and scheduling that kind of stuff, there are programs out there for that as well. So When I Work or Deputy, they have shift swapping and time tracking and payroll integration that can also work with like your QuickBooks. So again, back to all of the integrating and all of the talking that the programs need to do with each other. Sorry, I'm just gonna do this. So with the tech tools, again, you want to make sure that they're talking to each other. You want to make sure that you are getting the biggest bang for your buck, because you don't want to be forking out a whole bunch of money that is not going to be utilized efficiently. If you're just going to use all these big programs, you're not going to make any money. So what you need to do is make sure that you have a CRM, make sure that you have an email marketing program, make sure that you can integrate them all together. And if you're struggling, there's people like me out here who can help you integrate those together. And yeah, I don't know. Does anybody, I feel like I'm rambling now.
No, I think this is great. You're keeping it just kind of
Okay.
simple, but still giving
Yeah.
enough stuff. Yeah, I think this is great.
Yeah.
How's everyone feeling with that? Was that good?
I
Told you today was gonna be a mouthful.
Yeah, it is. It is a mouthful. It's I wanted to keep it short and sweet. What I would do for your business is you need to look at what you want for your business, what you're looking to integrate for your business, and then look at the programs from there. That was just a small, teeny, tiny tidbit of information on what is out there. But yeah, you just gotta kind of look and see.
No, I think that was great. Thanks, Krista.
Yeah.
Over in our chat thread, I did drop some links. If you beauties want to just kind of grab some of those links and just open them up, then you have them available for a little later to do a little R&D. I also wanted to actually show you guys this as well. What happened here? I have to let myself be a host, apparently. What's happening here? Oh, hang on. You know what it is, Krista? Because I made you host. Can you return the favor? That's like so random. All right, I'm just gonna do my whole screen because I have a tendency to kind of jump around a bit. All right, so let me move my toolbar here so I can see Canva. Where are you? Okay, has anyone played with Canva?
Yes, I am. I do.
Okay. So Louisa,
I
just
have a
turn,
question.
Louisa, just
Yeah,
one sec. Can you mute for a sec, please?
sure.
Any questions, just throw it into the chat right now. We're going to open up here in the next 10 minutes to answer any Q's and A's, just because this is Krista and I today. We lost Lindsay to help out. If you don't mind, that would be great. I just want to make sure everyone gets what they need. I would definitely look into Canva to help you out. You can use it for free, but Canva is great at creating all your content in one place. And you can also actually schedule it as well into your social media. So there's lots of different ways to navigate, create ease. But Krista will agree with me. In the beginning, it does take work to really sit down and assess what tools you need, because you can all of a sudden end up spending 3 hours one day just messing around with a bunch of stuff. And then you're not sure, oh, was that even like really worth it? So when we talked yesterday, how do you want to spend your days? When do you see clients? But where is that 1 hour you have to work on your business? Try and find a morning, like say like Monday mornings are sometimes usually kind of my go-to at some point to get in and do the things I need to set it up for the week. And that can be anything from social media posts. Krista and I meet often because we're talking about email sequences. We're talking about this for the website, what's upcoming for this, right? And then there's also the other side where you have to get back to clients. But if you create those efficiency using the proper tech and tools and online booking tools, and you can create some really cool graphics that help get information out to everybody right within Canva too. And you can also schedule, as I had already previously mentioned. So there's a lot of cool things that are available. And I think Krista and I have just chose to show you probably our most popular, because when you've been in the game for a while, there can be some tools that can be a little bit of a life suck. Just to like keep it right. Because I'm like, again, if it's taking up too much time, it's probably not the right tool. There needs to be an ease, and it needs to bring, some simplicity to your business as well. Okay. But I definitely would check out a few of those as well. Yeah, Kate, you can do scheduling on Canva, I think for free. I think it's limited, but you might want to just double check their options. Cheyenne's saying yes. So I've been paying for it. I've been paying for it for a while because I need other things from it. But yeah, I would definitely just like, when you're looking at all these platforms, just go to their Q&As and the help section of these websites, because all those questions and answers will be in there as well. Or just book a quick chat with someone just to see what it really entails, to be honest. Okay, we're going to open this up for a little Q&A. Does anyone have any questions for myself or Krista?
I
Yes,
saw
Louisa.
that there are some links.
Yes, in reference to what Krista was sharing and what I've been sharing.
So I'm not sure if I can get them. Can you put somewhere available, like on your page, Facebook, or send to us?
Oh, are you on your phone?
Yes.
Oh, that's why. You know what? Krista will be uploading a replay later today. And maybe Krista, let's make a note just to include a couple of these links.
Yeah,
yes,
totally.
please, because
Okay.
thank you, would be great.
Oh yeah.
Thank
If
you.
you're on your phone, yeah, I get it. It's tricky. If you're on your laptop, just take a screenshot.
Yeah.
If you're not, you don't want to wait for Krista. I get
it. Okay, thank you. Okay,
You're welcome. No problem. But yeah, I have to say, like, these are probably my favorite. And as Krista pointed out too, I'm like, have everything talk to each other, right? Create those efficiencies, to be honest. But when you think of marketing, as a quick recap, focus on that website, get that email marketing going, and really think about yesterday's kickoff, the client journey, because this becomes all part of your content to share anyways, right? Like upon entering your studio, whether it's home, whether you rent a space, doesn't matter, it's still your studio. Upon entering your space, what are they greeted by? your cute
Can I,
face and your cat, you know, like,
can
and it's
I
okay.
just,
Everybody works from home, right? Louisa, do you mind just muting for 1 second?
oh,
It's just
yes,
hard to,
sorry,
all I hear is
sorry.
me. Sorry, 1 second. I was just getting feedback there, Louisa. Just 1 second. Right? So creating those, using that as part of your content and building a business is part of your marketing, thinking about the client journey. And I would definitely incorporate that as long and along with your like 3 services that are like your most heaviest to really promote. Okay. Louisa, sorry, what was your question there, love? I couldn't quite hear you.
Sorry if I disturb you all the time. So it's like kind of the client through your advertisement online, through your bio, through your treatments. It's like the client can know before she will come about you, about your good stuff, your good, good, yeah, good treatments. Is like that? Like you
I
need
would.
to.
Yeah, that's a great question. Here, mute for 1
So
second. For
yeah,
some reason, all I hear is myself. There we go. You know, that's a good question because you can have on your social media what is called like Linktree is just one of many cool platforms to utilize. So if you're on my Instagram, LinkedIn, it doesn't matter. I definitely would create something that keeps it so simple. People can just go to your like link in bio and literally find everything that they need that you have to offer. How to book, any questions on weddings, services, coaching. Like I'm a fan of keep everything, I call it dummy proof. Kindergarten level, let's be honest. Everything is so fast paced and so rapid. If you can't catch someone's eye in like what is it now? Used to be like a certain time. Okay, there we go. 3 seconds. It's over. Right? Krista just confirmed it. It's now 3 seconds. So you got to have things available at a quick, high touch. Then it's you that is the brand that brings it all home. Right? So all these things are a good chunk to create ease for them and for you, but then it's you that's going to bring it all home. And yesterday we touched on that type of clients, packages that keeps people coming back, like think memberships, think subscriptions. Okay. We're going to talk more about partnerships and collaborations. That's tomorrow. You want to be here for that. I got not just one, but 2 others joining to pipe in and share their experiences. And I've been working with them for probably 14 years now at this point. They were kind of with me right at the beginning, vice versa. So creating some ease is like number 1. Is there any other questions that we can help with, Cheyenne?
Like, well, like since I'm in the full aesthetics program,
Oh,
it's
good.
quite nice because like I have a models list and I can even go off my models list. And I do have a few clients that I've recently done worked on at the school, and they still come back to me because like I'm just that I'm an easy person to talk to and everything. And like I try to be very clear with all the products I use. And like I've worked with a lot of different types of skin. And so like I like to use halal products too at the same time because I do have some of those uh Middle Eastern people. So I want to have that in their culture so they don't have that concern too.
That's amazing. I think that's a beautiful brand you got going, Cheyenne. Yeah, that's great. But yeah, you're on the right track. Anybody who's already had a service with you, they're now your client, 100%.
And at the same time, like I would like before this program, I started hairdressing. So I've been in hairdressing for 6 years, did my whole apprenticeship program and everything.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think that's amazing. Good stuff. Good share. Thank you, Cheyenne. Anyone else? Make sure we're not missing anybody. We didn't miss anything in the chat, did we, Krista? I don't think. I was kind of scrolling through. Okay, Krista shared something very important. Does everyone see that there? That's my personal booking link. Let's get together. Let's chat this upcoming program. It's flexible. It's going to work into your schedule. And I would love to give you some more behind the scenes and show you like literally what's being built. We're almost at completion, but I had to get some research done first to really fine tune it, to be honest. Remember I said this yesterday? I'm like, I'm not just going to throw something out and be like, you're gonna do it. I was like, no, we've taken the time to do a little R&D, little recon work to actually really get a good feel of it. But that's my personal link. And it only allows you to come and hang with me for 15 minutes. So if you got 10, 15 minutes, let's chat. I'd love to connect, chat with you more. We're also still running the contest. So send people to the Facebook community. Make sure that they are putting your name in there, right? So then that way too, you get a chance to win a little free strategy session with me because I'd love to hang out. I just absolutely really enjoy this stuff, to be honest. I don't know if I'm missing anything. So let me double check my notes. Got to have notes everywhere. What else is going on? I think that's probably about it, unless there's no more Q&As. We might be wrapping up just a little early, if that's okay with everybody. Yeah? Well, this was great. Thank you for being here, for supporting and being on time. But I think we're in the industry where we know how to be on time, right? We don't mess around. I love it. Okay, you guys have been amazing. Thanks for sharing, jumping on here. And then look for the replay coming soon on the Facebook community page or in your inbox. And we'll see you all tomorrow, day 3. Have a beautiful Tuesday. Bye for now.
Bye.